During my time as a realtor here in the Hampton Roads area of Virginia, one of the questions I probably get asked most frequently, and definitely one of the more important questions, would just be what are the top schools in our area? Well, if you're moving anywhere in southeastern Virginia, I gotta believe you might be wondering that too. If so, you're in luck. Today, that's exactly what we're gonna discuss, as we're gonna review the top schools in the Hampton Roads, Virginia area. However, this isn't gonna be based on my opinion. We're gonna review 2 online sources as we discuss the top schools. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Before we get into the list of the top schools in our area, I wanted to mention again that this list here is not my personal opinion. I don't want to steer you in any way.
Definitely not.
So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at 2 different online resources that I feel are really great resources. I will put a link to each of them in the description below. But our first online resources we're going to look at is a website called schooldigger.com. Schooldigger is a free online resource that's been around since 2006. This website really helps you make informed decisions when you're deciding what school you want your children to go to. This website has different individual school rankings as well as the overall district rankings. In addition to the rankings, it also has other statistics such as the student to teacher ratio and many other things you can look at. The other website we're going to look at, if you've watched any of my other videos, you know this is one of my favorite websites for good information on our area and honestly any area throughout the country, and that would be the website of niche.com. Niche is another free online resource that connects colleges and schools to students and their families. This website has many in-depth profiles on the schools and the colleges throughout the country, and they actually have over 140 million different reviews and ratings. A little different on Niche than Schooldigger is it actually gets an overall grade for not only the school district, but the individual schools. In addition to the grading scale, niche.com, like Schooldigger, also has some additional information that you can take a look at, not only on the individual schools, but also on the school districts as a whole. That way you can really make an informed decision when deciding where you want to live and what school you want your children to go to. All right, so first up, we're going to take a look at schooldigger.com. And what I'm going to do in this video, since we're talking about all of Hampton Roads, I'm really only going to look at the individual cities and their school district rankings. If you're looking for more individual school rankings, take a look at some of the other videos I've done in the past. There I go over each school in those respective cities. So first up, let's take a look at Chesapeake. According to schooldigger.com, Chesapeake out of 131 school districts is ranked 23rd. It was given 4 stars, and as far as student population goes, around 40,000 students in over 40 different schools. So based on that information, you can imagine Chesapeake is a pretty popular area when people are looking for good schools. Another popular city when people are looking for schools in our area would be the city of Virginia Beach, Virginia. Virginia Beach, Virginia, according to schooldigger.com, out of 131 school districts, Virginia Beach was ranked 16th in the state of Virginia. It was also given a 4 stars. Virginia Beach is a much larger school district than some of the other cities in Hampton Roads with over 65,000 students. As far as schools, the largest school district in our area with over 80 schools. Then continuing on in the southern part of Hampton Roads, we're moving into the city of Norfolk, Virginia. Norfolk, Virginia was given a ranking of 106 out of the 131 school districts in Virginia. Unfortunately, it was only given a 1 star according to Schooldigger. As far as the student population goes, there's 27,000 students with a total of 45 schools. Now moving a little farther to the west, we're looking at Suffolk, Virginia. I will tell you, Suffolk, Virginia is really growing up. There's a lot of new developments being built out there as a lot more people move out west into the Hampton Roads and kind of spread out away from Virginia Beach, Chesapeake, and Norfolk. Anyways, overall, Suffolk was ranked 84th out of 131. It was given 2 stars, 14,000 students, and currently right around 19 schools. Moving a little north of Suffolk, we're going to go into the city of Portsmouth, Virginia. As far as the district rankings go, Portsmouth was 116th. Unfortunately, another 1 star here. As far as the student population goes, you're looking at 13,500 with around 20 schools. Now we're going to move on across the water into the peninsula of Hampton Roads and the 2 major cities in that area. First up would be Hampton, Virginia. Hampton, Virginia, as far as school districts go, was ranked 70th. As far as the star rating goes, was given a 2 stars. Our school population wise, 19,500 students according to School Digger. And then there's about 30 schools in this district. And then the other large city in the peninsula of Hampton Roads would be the city of Newport News. Unfortunately, as far as the rankings go district-wise, Newport News is ranked 113th, another 1 star here. As far as the overall school population, 26,500 with about 42 schools. So as you can see, it's a pretty wide range of rankings as far as schooldigger.com goes. I always want to stress, take a look at different resources. That's why we're also going to go over niche.com here. I would never take the information of just one website or the idea of just one person. Like I said, this isn't my opinion. We're going to take a look at data here, but do your research. But as far as how it stacked up, what cities scored the best, according to schooldigger.com, just to give a quick rundown again, worst performing school in Hampton Roads, according to schooldigger.com, would be Portsmouth, Virginia, with 116th ranking. Then you're looking at Newport News with 113th, then Norfolk, Virginia with 106, then Suffolk at 84th, then moving back to the peninsula with Hampton at 70, then the 2 schools that kind of performed a lot better than the other school districts in our area, according to School Digger. Second would be Chesapeake as a 23rd ranking, and then the top division in our area would be Virginia Beach with the district ranking of 16th out of 131 schools. So before we move into my next resource, which would be niche.com, if you're getting any value out of this video, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that like button below. That way I can get this video out to many people as possible, and those that are moving into the area just like you might be. If you are moving to the area and you have any questions, please reach out to me. I'm a realtor in this area. I would love to hear from you, love to help you. So I'm gonna put my information in the description below. And lastly, like I said, in this video, we're just going over the overall city school rankings themselves. But if you're looking for individual school rankings, or if you're wondering what some of the pros and cons of each city are, take a look at the playlist I did right here, and that'll really give you the best information on each individual city. So let's go ahead and get on to niche.com and take a look at how they rank our districts here in Hampton Roads. We're moving into niche.com now, and like I mentioned, versus having a star ranking, niche.com actually gives individual schools and city school districts an overall grade from A to an F. So when we're looking at these individual city rankings, we're going to be doing so on a grading scale. And my first city up again will be the city of Chesapeake, Virginia. Chesapeake was given an overall score of an A-, and you can see here some of the individual grades for different things throughout the school district, like diversity, teachers, and so forth. The next city up is going to be the city of Virginia Beach, Virginia, which, as you saw in schooldigger.com, was a high performing school according to that website. Not much has changed here with niche.com, as Virginia Beach, Virginia was giving an overall grade of an A. Also, I will note here, the student to teacher ratio is a 15:1. Moving a little more to the west into one of the more well-known cities in our area, which would be Norfolk, Virginia. Norfolk, Virginia was given a grade of a C+. You can see the more individual grades for the city when it comes to diversity, teachers, academics, sports, listed right here. The student population to teacher ratio is a 13:1. Then moving a little further west, somewhat north, would be the city of Portsmouth, Virginia. Portsmouth, Virginia was given a grade of a C+ with a 14:1 student to teacher ratio. And then last city here that I'm going to mention in the southern part of Hampton Roads would be the city of Suffolk, Virginia. Suffolk was given a B-, a student to teacher ratio of 14:1. Now we're moving across the water to the Hampton and Newport News area. Hampton itself was given a B-, student to teacher ratio, very respectable, 14:1 ratio. And you can take a look at here what the teachers' grades are, what the overall grade is in addition to these other grades such as sports, academic, diversity, and so forth. And then you have the city of Newport News. Newport News was given a grade of a B-, and the student to teacher ratio is a 15:1. So pretty similar to School Digger as far as the order of these cities. Virginia Beach is the top ranking according to niche.com, followed by Chesapeake, and a little different than schooldigger.com, Suffolk, Virginia, Newport News and Hampton were the next 3 districts with a B-, and then taken up at the rear would be Norfolk and Portsmouth with a C+. And as I mentioned, you definitely want to take a look at the individual school rankings. I'm going to put the information down below in the description. That way you can take a look at these websites themselves. But if you are looking for the individual cities and what's the good things and what the bad things are about them, take a look at the pros and cons right here, and we will see you on the next video.